One-ups to you, Mish.
And wall chickens to you as well.
And Gabe and bless it, many gamings in your future.
May the Triforce be with you always.
May your coins be ever golden.
And your scores ever high.
From now until Fallout.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Welcome to Link Cable.
Welcome. Welcome, friends and family and foes and the like.
I'm not sick anymore.
Yay!
My throat hurts a little bit, but it's not from the sickness. It's just a normal throat hurting. I had a cup of tea. I thought that would fix it. It didn't, really.
I have good news.
Tell me about it, please.
It was the first shorts day today. I didn't wear them very much, but I came home from a thing I was doing and was like, I'm gonna put on shorts. And then I ran an errand and I got a big cold drink. So
Wow.
Summer is here, baby.
Shorts wearer over here.
Yeah.
Big shorts head. Big short. I'm a little out of it, I think.
Yeah. Well, hey, we could talk about you want to talk about current events? Also, Mill wants to know what kind of tea you had.
I have been drinking this Lipton powdered chocolate chai.
That sounds really good.
Fucking delicious. It's so good. And I found a real cow's milk that I can actually drink, because it turns out I'm not actually lactose intolerant. I have a different thing.
Oh, which is what?
I believe I am intolerant to a specific type of milk protein, not lactose, which is a milk sugar, but a specific milk protein, and they make... I looked it up on the website, and the website is the phrasing that they use is some bullshit, because it's like...
Are you drinking raw milk?
It's not raw milk. I'm drinking A2 milk. And on the website for A2 milk, it's like, back in the day, cows used to produce milk with only this one kind of protein, but then they're a genetic mutation or whatever, they started producing this other kind of protein, and then farmers bred cows for that protein because they were more hardy and produced more milk or whatever, but some people are intolerant to this one, so we use the old kind of original protein. It sounds like some anti-GMO bullshit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're not selling me on the fact that you're not drinking raw milk.
It's not fucking raw milk.
All right, RFK
Jr. What are you talking about?
Whatever you say.
It's pasteurized whole milk from a company called A2 Milk that uses cows that don't produce the A1 protein, and it's cow's milk, and I drink it, and I don't have tummy troubles afterwards. So I got to put that in my tea, and it's nice not having to drink soy milk all the time.
Yeah, I could fuck with that, I guess.
I've been eating Oreos with milk.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know how long I have had to go without Oreos and milk? Have you ever tried to dunk an Oreo in soy milk?
No, but I've done it in almond and oat, and it's fine.
I remember telling this to Jeremy, because it pissed me off the first time I tried to do it. Oreo is marketed as milk's favorite cookie, right? Milk and Oreo, they love each other. Oreo and soy milk, they do not love each other. The soy milk does not penetrate into the Oreo. It does not soften it at all.
I am not afraid to admit to the world that I am an individual who does not go through milk very quickly. So just choosing, even though I can drink cow's milk, just choosing to have almond milk with a longer shelf life has made my life so much easier.
I do like the longer shelf life of alternative milks, but I be drinking that shit. I'm on that milk in my tea, milk in my cereal, little bit of
Milking.
Oreo and milk treat.
Yeah, all right, I'll take it,
I was a big milk drinker up until I found out that I thought lactose intolerant, but I guess I'm just intolerant to A1 milk protein. It's not like I can find it. Because, like, I was having troubles, right? Because lactose-free cow's milk exists, and lactose-free ice cream exists. But I've had them, and they don't work for me. I get the same symptoms, right?
Okay.
But they don't make A2 ice creams.
Not
just
yet.
have to. But for some reason, whenever I take a lactase tablet, like a Lactaid or whatever, like that helps. I don't understand it. My digestive tract doesn't make sense.
We have funny tummies on this show, and we love and support all funny tummy havers in the chat.
I'm a big fan of tummies, funny tummies, silly tummies, and I stand in solidarity with all tummies.
Yes.
And so does Miku.
So does Miku.
You wanna play video games?
Hell yeah. Cole has just admitted in the chat that they've never dunked a cookie in milk even before their gluten issues.
That's stupid. Missing out.
Yeah.
Milk is good. I love milk. And I'm not afraid to say it, okay?
Yell it!
You can try to cancel me. I'm not afraid of getting canceled. I'm not scared of being canceled. Let's get some puzzle pieces on the screen. Yeah.
Oh, we're still doing the hell format?
Yeah, because it's awesome. Because it looks great.
My cat is currently sitting under my chair, soliciting pets.
Gonna start off strong with the song Adolescence, Rin and Len.
I'm trying to figure out where to go from here. I have some ideas. Is this not part of my hat? What is this?
Hat.
What's red? So, like we talk about on this show all the time with current events, what are your thoughts on an American Pope, huh?
An American Pope sounds so much like a Disney Channel original movie. My take on the Pope is the same take I have always had on the Pope, and the same take I always will have on the Pope. I'm not Catholic. I don't expect good things out of the Catholic Church ever, and you shouldn't either. People are like so obsessed with the idea of this Pope being like woke or anti-racist or like is it gonna have good opinions? Guys, he's Catholic. Why are you expecting a progressive Pope from one of the most restrictive sects of Christianity?
I don't know. Pope Francis was pretty cool.
I mean, he called transgender people an affront to God.
Yeah, but
Because he's Catholic!
Yeah, he also did receive a copy of Undertale, though.
Yeah, he took that copy of Undertale to the gates of heaven. I think it's kind of funny in the abstract to think that the Pope is from Chicago. Feet. But like
I figured out where
it's like people are like, oh, he covered up like bad sex crimes in the Catholic Church. Yeah, he's a Catholic. That's what they do over there. Did everyone forget that that's like a very common thing in the Catholic Church? I don't understand Catholicism. I don't understand why anyone who isn't Catholic would care about the opinions of the Pope.
He's a public figure. But I'm not gonna stop being trans if the Pope doesn't like it.
My opinion on the Pope and Catholicism is very informed by the fact that I grew up in a town whose population was split down the middle, half Catholic and half Baptist, and I grew up in the Baptist half.
See, and I grew up in an Irish Catholic town.
I don't like the idea of the Pope. I don't like the idea that there's one person on Earth who is like the buck stops here, final authority on religious truth.
Movie Conclave was good, though. You should all see the movie Conclave.
I never heard of the movie Conclave until
it's
yesterday.
really good. It's really good. Well, we should watch it. I think you would really like it. I liked it because I felt like, I don't know. It's a very dramatic movie that feels like it could be a stage play, but it's not, and it's great. Okay, I do have a funny story to tell. I don't think anybody particularly involved is watching because one of the aforementioned people is at work, and the other person, if they watch Link Cable, we've got a big surprise on our hands. But so my one of my friends texts me, and he goes, "Hey, do you want an Oculus like headset?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, like my dad got a new Oculus headset, and he sent me mine, and I get super nauseous. Um, and you like video games and shit. Do you want the Oculus headset?" And I was like, I mean, sure. Yeah, why not? And so he shows up to my house with the Oculus headset and controllers and nothing else. No wires, no manual.
Is it what type of headset is it? Is it a Rift or a Quest?
I think it's a Quest.
Well, then you don't
Um,
need cords.
well, I can't charge the controllers. It
You don't
nonetheless.
charge the controllers or batteries. You put batteries in them.
Controllers or batteries? Okay. Well, either way, I asked if there was like a plug or a literally anything that came with it. And he was like, "No, my dad just sent it like this in the mail." No, there's no batteries in this. Maybe I have the wrong. Maybe I'm. There's no batteries in this. Um. Nonetheless, I was like, can you like I don't know, maybe text your dad and see if like he has information or plugs or anything that can help me in this instance? And he goes, "With all due respect, I cannot." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "I lied to my dad and told him I was already playing it and having so much fun." And I was like, "Oh no." But
I
yeah, no, these
mean,
I don't know what kind. It's got the circle control. It's like it's got the controllers that have like a circle.
yeah.
There is nowhere for batteries in this controller.
I am fairly certain the one that I have on the handle, there's like a panel that slides off and you put batteries in there.
Holy shit, you're right.
Yep.
Never mind. Thank you to my friend's dad for getting me a fully functioning Oculus. I really was like, this doesn't come with a plug or anything.
The headset itself probably just charges by USB-C.
Wow, okay, well, never mind then. It was still very funny to imagine my friend being like, "Wee, haha, having so much fun." Start of my puzzle heads. I'm hitting some hard times in Puzzle Land.
Hard times.
Times. Okay, well, I actually did just get 2 connections, so not so terrible, but not easy. Definitely starting to get a lot of the samey looking pieces.
I worked on contract with Oculus for a while.
What did you do? Can you
I
say, or are you under NDA?
No, I'm not under NDA. I worked for a marketing company, and I will tell you the name of the marketing company, because I don't give a shit about them. They did change their name after I left, but while I was working with them, their name was BDS Marketing.
Oh, no. Oh,
Which
poor
they do
guys.
shorten. They do shorten it. And if you tried to go to their website, BDS Marketing.
Oh, no.
Fucking choice. So fucking funny.
It's hysterical.
I think they changed their name to BDS Solutions, but I don't understand how they were in business for so long under the name BDS Marketing and, like, what, no one told them? I was
don't think
working for
anybody
a company
wanted
called
to.
BDS Marketing. They had a contract with Facebook Oculus in 2020, in like January of 2020? No, like December of 2020. And I was hired on for this contract to hawk Quest 2 headsets to sell them inside of a Best Buy. Not employed by the Best Buy, just someone who shows up at the Best Buy and sells products that they carry at the Best Buy, but I don't work for Best Buy.
But the Best Buy, like, was cool with you being there.
Yeah, they have several like contract salespeople. Like, I worked with a guy who was just there to sell, like, the Google products, the Chromebooks and stuff.
Everybody's just hanging out they just pay people to hang out in the Best Buy.
You have to talk to the customers and try to sell stuff to people.
No, I know, but it's just, like, kind of funny.
Well, they do this in,
It's
like,
like,
Walmarts, too. Have you ever been to a Walmart and walk by the electronics section and someone starts to try and talk to you about, like, your fucking phone plan?
I think I've only been in a Walmart maybe once or twice in my life.
That's crazy. At Walmart, they will have contractors come in for, like, phone service people.
Oh, I've, like, dealt with that at, like, Costco.
Yeah, those people are not employed by the location. They're contractors.
That makes sense.
Now,
Did you sell lots of Oculus headsets?
I'm so glad you asked me that question because the answer is absolutely not, through no fault of my own.
What happened?
That is because, even though I frankly worked my ass off, selling,
No, I believe you.
and I was damn good at it because
You've sold the show.
at the time, I was really into my Oculus Quest 1 headset that I purchased myself, because I like it. I really wish they had sent me a Quest 2 since I was fucking working for them, but they didn't. God, this chart's kind of difficult. The entire time I worked there, this was a seasonal gig, right? I was there for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for the holidays, seasonal gig. The entire time I worked there, they did not have a single Quest 2 in stock at the store I was working at.
Are you serious?
Every single day that I worked there, we did not have any Quest 2s. We had none.
So what did you do?
I sold some accessories, and I told people to go online to the website and buy one from the website, because we didn't have any. And whenever I talked to someone and they were like, oh yeah, I might buy one. And I was like, well, we don't have any in stock, but you can go to the website. And I showed them the website. Every time I did that, I wrote it down as a sale.
Yeah, as you should.
Because what the hell else can I do? That's the best I can do.
What can you... Yeah, literally.
Now, what's really great, what I love so much, is that the contract that Facebook Oculus had with BDS marketing got terminated early.
Mm-hmm.
It was still like in January, I think. But it was earlier than it was supposed to end.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this out because of on a Zoom meeting, just like in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
And they were just like, you don't have to go in and work anymore. Our contract is over, you're done. And I was like, okay. I kind of hate it anyways, so
yeah,
that's fine. I had nightmares about the fluorescent lights in the Best Buy.
That's so autism core.
It really is, yep. Da, 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 da.
I don't have as much light sensitivity as other people, so like that is just something that I'm like, God, I forget about sometimes, and then I'm like, oh yeah.
But I was like, well, I'm not friends with any of the people I worked with, but I'm on good terms with them, and I would like to see them and at least let those guys know that I'm not coming back. And that it was nice to work with them. I went in, like, around the time that I would be showing up for work. I went in just to say goodbye to people. And they were like, you gotta check in the back real quick. I know, like, you're not an employee anymore, and we're not supposed to let you into the back, but you gotta see this. Stacks of them.
Are you serious?
Of Quest 2s the day after the contract expired and I was no longer working to sell them.
Hysterical. Oh my god.
I took a picture.
Holy shit.
And then they were like, okay, you got to get out of here because you're not an employee anymore. You're not allowed back here. And I'm like, okay.
That's so funny. I'm so sorry, but that's hysterical.
It is. I have one other kind of funny story from that job, which was that for the majority of the time, I was like, I'm standing next to an Oculus display, right?
Yeah.
And it has one where you can, like, try on the headset and, like, feel the controllers and stuff, except that this was, like, December of 2020, so you're not actually allowed to put the headset on, and I have to sort of obsessively be disinfecting the thing. But also it had a TV. I failed the fucking song. It had a TV that's supposed to, like, you know, play commercials for the Quest and Quest games and stuff that wasn't working for the majority of the time that I was working there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first day that I come in and it is working, someone came and fixed it. I start talking to a customer, and we get on the topic of, like, a fishing game on the Quest. And I'm like, yeah, there's a fishing game. It's, like, really cool. It's a social thing because, you know, like, I mean, my dad took me on fishing trips when I was a kid, and it's the social aspect of it that I really remember. And then the customer like pushes the button on the display to look at the fishing app, and it plays a commercial where someone says, "My dad used to take me on fishing trips when I was a kid."
Oh no!
And I was
Oh
like, Jesus
no!
fucking Christ. I was like, please, you have to believe me. I did not see this commercial before saying this to you.
My worst nightmare.
Yeah, that haunts me. Mill, you should absolutely dig out your Quest 1 because it is so easy to pirate games for that thing. It's just Android. You can just sideload APKs. It's easy.
Wait, but I just realized what this means is that we could play VR games on Link Cable.
Yeah? If you can get your Quest display streaming to me, then I can certainly put it on screen and we could have you in VR.
Yeah, or we could do like disconnected.
Yeah.
Is more or less what I was talking about, where you would only need one screen to be shared.
Yeah. I've never
Wow. The
had
future
a whole
really is
lot
here.
of luck. It is. The Quest is an awesome product.
Yeah, I'm so glad I spent no money on it.
Yeah. Alex and I both have Quests, and I'm almost certainly going to sell mine in the near future because I don't use it very often, but I need money.
Yes. Well, don't sell it before we do fun Link Cable stuff with it.
I mean, Alex will still have hers, and I can just use that.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think two people in one home need two different VR headsets.
Especially when they're literally both Quest 1s. It's not like one of us has a Quest and one of us has a Rift or something like that.
Yeah, I've never been a VR person, and I still probably won't become one because I still do get a little nauseous in them. But
you can build up a resistance. It does get easier.
And I can also play games sitting down.
Yeah. The magical thing about the Quest, and I doubt you'll be able to take advantage of this knowing the relative graphical power of your computer, but you can plug a Quest into a computer with a USB-C cable and then use the computer to run the games as if it were a Rift or any PC VR headset.
Yeah, I should.
And it works great. And that's also a great way to pirate games, because then you're just pirating a PC game.
I don't pirate games because I don't break the law. And if I did break the law, I wouldn't admit it on a Twitch stream.
Yeah. Listen, I have an academic interest in the video game piracy scene. I think it's interesting, and I can talk a lot about it. There is no proof that I have pirated games.
I believe you.
On my computer. Square Enix has not sent me emails threatening me for trying to download a copy of Final Fantasy 15. But yeah, we could go to Hex Furry Fest together in VR.
No! Oh my god! Leave me alone!
No, Hex Furry Fest is a rave. It's a concert series.
No, that sounds... Did I not just say I get nauseous?
It's awesome, though.
Does it have flashing lights?
You can turn them off.
Well, okay. Because I was gonna say I get migraines from flashing lights, so... Cathode ray tube television said that they would go with you.
Yeah, go look up Hex Furry Fest. It's cool. I've been a couple times. The virtual world is pretty fun. And I mean, I remember during the Cable 2+1 fiasco that happened, that you might remember, the meeting at the end of that took place in VR chat with RB and Null.
Now I can do
Mill,
that.
were you there during that? There was someone else there. I don't know if it was Dr. the Scientist or someone else was there in the virtual world in that meeting.
I remember I played Tetris Effect VR on a janky PS4 headset, and almost cried because I was like, this is so beautiful.
I literally, the first time I played Tetris Effect in VR, I did almost cry at the ending.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't get to the
it's
ending. I'm not good enough
so
at the
beautiful.
game.
It was so, the only reason I didn't like really start crying in the headset is because at the exact moment I was about to, my roommate Steven walked in the apartment. Where are all of the songs that I haven't done yet?
I was gonna say, I also haven't gotten a piece in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe you need a refresh. Oh, no, 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 don't look at that. Don't look at that.
Don't look at that.
Oh, wait, I don't even think you could. No, you couldn't see it. It was the chat was covering it.
Yeah, I think I was about to say.
I sent you a bunch of songs. That's why I haven't seen. Uh, that's why I haven't seen any puzzle pieces recently, because all of them were you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to continue using my current strategy of going through the list alphabetically. And then when I reach the end of songs that I haven't played yet in the alphabetical order, then I refresh and start from the top again. I like this song.
They said, Cathode said, well, I know what game I'm going to go quote unquote buy right now. And Mill was not there. They had to be somewhere else.
What game? Miku? Are you gonna buy Miku?
I think probably the furry brave one that you were talking about, I would guess.
No, that's
Oh,
just in
Tetris
VR
Effect.
chat.
Tetris
Oh,
Effect.
Tetris Effect, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
If you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass.
You know what? I will admit to this. I pre-ordered Tetris Effect when it was a PS4 exclusive, despite the fact that I do not and have never owned a PS4. Because, oh my god!
Rhythm's gonna get you.
Rhythm's gonna get me. Because I'm a Tetris freak, and this was like the height of my Tetris special interest. And I was also really into Rez by Tetsuya Mitsuguchi, who is also like the director of Tetris Effect. It was his company made that game. Okay. So I pre-ordered it on PS4 because Emily had a PS4 at the time. And I played it on PS4 and I adored it. It's the best Tetris game that's ever been made.
We've played it on this show.
Yeah. My thoughts about it are well known. But then it came out on PC as an Epic Games exclusive. And I'm on record that I'm okay with Epic Games. They give me free games. I think it's good that there is an alternative to Steam that has some amount of weight behind it. Because Steam is a fucking monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really expensive, and I didn't have disposable income at the time. So it somehow appeared on Emily's computer, and we hooked up the VR headset to Emily's computer.
That doesn't sound very epic of you.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, thank you. I was hyping that one up. I was like, oh, I'm gonna
knock this one out of the park.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, I know what she's gonna say, and then I know what I'm gonna say.
That's called improv comedy, folks. I don't know if we have a professional over here.
It's all about planning it in advance.
And then later on, I picked up a copy of Tetris Effect Connected on Steam so that I could play it on my Steam Deck. So I own it fully legitimately twice over, so don't come at me.
We got a big old piece of hunk of chunk of meat for Your guy. I've just
My
built your
meat?
fist. Yeah,
My meat?
your meat. I just built your fist.
Wow. Now I can communicate my frustration.
You're like Arthur.
Yeah, I like that image of Arthur. There's
Me
a
when
there's a
me
typing
when link
game.
cable.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like doing the show, you could.
No, no, like I was gonna say like me when link cable isn't happening, you know?
Well, that's not what you said, so.
Me when link cable isn't happening.
Uh, right now on Epic Games, they are giving away a like typing strategy game that looks kind of interesting.
Oh shit, I have to open that app, which is not my favorite thing to do. But for a strategy typing game, which one is it?
I think it's called Touch Type Tales.
Oh, is it new?
I don't know how new the game is, but it's free as of today.
Cool. I'll go check it
Epic
out after.
Games updates their free games every week on Thursdays.
Just in time so that you'll have a free game for after link cable.
Yeah, exactly. I've purchased a few games on Epic Games. Only like one or two of them were Epic Games exclusives at the time. Sometimes they have good sales, and Epic gives more of a percentage of the profits to the developers, so that's good.
I didn't know that.
More
That's
than
good to know.
Steam does. Not as much as like Itch.io or even Microsoft Store. I think it's close to, but not quite as much as Microsoft Store gives.
Oh, really? Well, I do buy
Yeah,
some of my games on there. Not often, but because now I have Game Pass, which I might need to get rid of for financial reasons at some point soon. But for now,
that's what I did recently. I canceled my Microsoft Game Pass.
I have to play more of that French RPG.
Yeah.
It does have a name, but it's way more fun to just call it the French RPG.
It has a pretty fun name. It's just not as fun to say as Metaphor Refantasio.
Yes.
I think if you make a game with a cumbersome name, it needs to be at least as fun to say as Metaphor
Well, that's
Refantasio.
why it has four names. Like there's four. It's Clara Obscura Expedition 33. So people just call it Expedition 33. But
Yeah.
why they didn't just call it Expedition 33, I do not know.
Clara Obscura. I think Clara Obscura is a cool name.
Yeah, like why I don't know why they chose two.
It's
Oh
just not
yeah.
as cool a name as Metaphor
Porach says
Fantasio.
Porach says they got real cheap bug snacks on the Epic Game Store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Delicious. Yeah, I'm in a weird spot with this puzzle.
If you if your issue with Epic Games is that you don't like the company, I can't help you. Because I mean they give more money to the game developers on their platform than Steam does, and
Thank
that's good enough for
you.
me. But if your primary issue with Epic Games is just that you don't like having to open up the Epic Games launcher in order to play games through Epic, I have a solution for you that can change your life. I use an app called Play Night that automatically
Night
manages
night like
NITE.
honk shoe or okay.
It's PLAYNITE. I think you can go to playnight.app. Just search it. DuckDuckGo it. Bing it, okay? Play Night. Type it in Bing.
Ask Jeeves about it.
Ask Jeeves about it.
Nobody asks him anything anymore.
He's
He gets
lonely.
he's a little defensive about it.
I use an app called Play Night. It automatically manages all of those third-party launchers. So like games that I have that require EA's shitty app,
Oh, I hate that
Epic
thing.
Games, Steam. It'll even configure emulators for you and just keep all of your games in one launcher. And you can just click install and it'll pull it up and start installing the game for you. And you can click play and it'll just play it.
Is it open source?
Sure is.
Hell yeah.
Totally
that.
free. It has a thriving community that makes special themes for it and plugins, and the community makes add-ons that let you have like even more different libraries. Like I recently saw someone made an integration for modded Minecraft via the AT launcher, which is the modded Minecraft launcher that I use. So if I wanted to, I could configure that so anytime I installed a new Minecraft mod pack, it would just like show up automatically in my list of games as its own separate thing. And it is very similar to GOG put out an app that's similar called GOG Galaxy that I used for a little bit until I discovered Play Night. The problem I had with GOG Galaxy was just that it wouldn't let you like edit the listings for the games. So if you had a game that wasn't like in GOG's database of games that they know about, then you can't add that game. I'm gonna fail this song.
Oh no.
That sucks for me.
Poor Etch says, "Hey, old people are people too. Ask Jeeves something once in a while. Doesn't even have to be a good one."
It doesn't even have to be a good one. That's true. GOG Galaxy was good, but it was too restrictive. With Play Night, you can go in and edit every single little detail. Like there's a built-in like Google image search so that you can get an icon and the logo in the background. It can automatically scrape from like IGN and IGDB to get tags and descriptions and stuff. I have a lot of, you know me, I have a lot of fan games on my computer.
Yes, you do.
I add those to Play Night manually. I add a new entry, I sort of type in the name, I give it some pictures to make it look nice. I'll like maybe copy something from the website or the itch.io page or whatever. If it's on itch.io, it has itch.io integration, so it'll just show up automatically there. And it works. And it keeps very detailed playtime information for how long you're playing a game, no matter where the game is from. And I am so autistic about my playtime statistics in video games. So I know exactly how many hours I've spent in Final Fantasy XIV Online. I love it so much. I added the whole Kingdom Hearts series to Play Night and used it to track like how long it took me to play each game and like when I started each game. There's a cool graph feature that I found. It's fucking awesome. I love Play Night so much, and it's free and you can download it.
Play Night, sponsor us.
I talk about it as often as I can get away with because it's really cool, and I'm not kidding, it revolutionized the way that I play games on my computer. And if I don't have to worry about the like friction of having to use a different app as a game launcher, that frees me up to like watch for sales on Epic Games or whatever. If there's a better sale for a game on Epic than Steam or something, I can save me some money.
It looks like you might have sold Mill on it.
Well, I didn't sell anything. It's free and open source. And if you have really weird issues with it, like I did for a little while because of a custom theme I was using, you can join their Discord or their forums. They have a forum. I'm pretty sure they still have a forum. There we go. Cleared the song.
Yeah.
I recently had to do a custom configuration to get the Sudachi emulator configured with Playknight. Playknight has like automatic configuration for most common emulators, but like Sudachi is like a new Switch emulator that forked off of Yuzu. Playknight knows about Yuzu, but I couldn't get the Yuzu integration to work with Sudachi just because it's a different executable. But I just made a custom thing, and I was like, okay, I just told Playknight, like, here is the executable for the emulator. Here is how you launch it. And here is where I put the ROMs. And it figured it out, and it did it, and I'm not even that smart, so... It's fucking awesome.
Technology is incredible.
Technology is incredible.
Technology is incredible. Puzzles are hard. I was
You
saying, I
can
feel like every
solve
time...
puzzles.
And you can solve technology.
With the help of technology, anything is possible.
I was saying before stream, I was like, every time I start the puzzle, I'm like, oh, I've made great progress. I'm in an awesome spot. And then when I like actually start puzzling, I'm like, fuck.
Me when I look at a puzzle, oh, this is so cool. Me when I'm puzzling. Me when I get puzzled. Ah, fuck. Not again. When the puzzle is puzzling.
Yeah.
I think something weird is going on with Miku's hands right now. I don't think they're animating correctly.
Why isn't she wearing her Cable 2 shirt?
I had to put it back on song-specific outfit because I didn't like it when the song was obviously like Rin and Len, but it was just Miku dancing.
In her Cable 2 shirt?
Lip syncing. I didn't like that. I need to lock in a little more.
You got it. Hey, speaking of puzzles, I am 100 hours into Blueprints and a bit obsessed. I have been told to play Blueprints a bajillion times, and I will. I will get to it.
I will also get to it.
I'm gonna see if because I have not to brag, I have like two computers. I have like this gaming laptop that I got a while ago that I use as like a desktop because it's really heavy, and then I have like a little portable laptop. And I want to have like the French RPG is like my current like big computer game, like Monster Hunter and the French RPG are all on my big computer, but I'm looking for a new little computer game. So if Blueprints could potentially run on that, that might become my next little computer game.
Damn. I love this chart, actually. This is really fun. I failed it, though, so I have to play it again.
Well, hey, that's the great thing about you loving it, is you get to play it again.
Yeah.
And you did give me some more pieces anyway.
I don't understand why it does that. Like, surely it shouldn't give you pieces if I failed the song.
Listen, I'm not mad about it.
I'm gonna add this one to my favorites.
Especially because now I'm also reaching the point in the puzzle where there is a lot of big shapes to still do, but it's also a lot of color matching.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm good at because I play a lot of I Love Hue too.
I played a little bit of that. I play so many puzzle games on my phone. I play a fuck ton of puzzle games on my phone because I like to use those to help me fall asleep at night. I'm getting back into Flow Free. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, I do. No, see, my big recommendation is I Love You and I Love You Too. I've always been like someone I love color and I love color matching and stuff like that. And I Love You Too is a gradient game where you like connect the gradients of like the gradients of a puzzle get scrambled and then you build the correct gradients. I love it. And I'm working on beating all of the world averages, or at least meeting them.
The I Love Hugh games, I absolutely would not be able to play before bed.
Oh
Because I
yeah,
wouldn't be able to scrutinize the colors with my phone on extra dim light
yeah.
mode.
No, that's a like that, and like my New York Times crossword puzzles I do like while watching a dumb television show. My before bed puzzle games are got like a pottery making one that's like kind of fun. And then I have I do a lot of like the Suika watermelon game.
Hmm.
And then I also have like a brick breaker clone.
Yeah. If you want some Android mobile game recommendations, I have plenty of.
I don't
I
have
have
an
way too
Android
many
phone.
games on my phone. I was talking to chat.
Okay, well sorry.
Also, maybe you should get an Android phone.
Maybe you should eat my butt.
No, I don't
If
think I
you're
will. I don't want to do that.
um nothing wrong with an Android phone. I just like my phone. That is
I
an
like
iPhone.
my phone too. I don't think I've talked about this on Link Cable. This is the part where I have to lock in.
Oh, it does mean that I can cheat now that I know that the chat is covering the puzzle. Have you played Hues and Clues? I have, but my friends are
Okay.
not how do I put this? I don't know. I just have found that my friends sometimes struggle to give me good clues.
That's
And also
a
I find that
diplomatic
I
way of
sometimes
saying that your friends are idiots.
no, but I also struggle with it too. I also am just like if it's a blue color, I'm like Cookie Monster. Like there's like so few colorful benchmarks that I'm good at identifying.
I figured out how to do Nintendo Switch emulation on my phone recently. I found out that my phone can handle playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate at 60 FPS.
That is insane. That is kind of insane.
How is my phone doing a fucking Nintendo Switch? So now I can do that shit. I was already doing a lot of like DS and 3DS emulation. I got a controller for my phone, one of those like telescoping ones that like puts controls on either side of the phone. For Christmas.
This is called like the backbone, right?
The main one is called the Backbone. I got one from 8-Bit Do, my favorite controller company. They called it the 8-Bit Do Ultimate Mobile Gaming Controller, which is a stupid name.
Yeah,
But it's a pretty
exactly.
decent controller, and I've been playing Monster Hunter on my phone when I like travel to my hometown instead of
Yeah,
bringing around the entire Steam Deck with me.
using cues is a lot of like brick, lemon.
I've never heard of this game before, but it sounds
Oh,
like something I would not enjoy.
it's a board game. Essentially the way that it works is you have like a color gradient and your job is to try to get the group to guess what color as close as possible on the color gradient using like descriptive words. So it's like good in theory, it's like fun in theory, but even like as somebody who is like very color oriented and can see a lot of colors, I'm always just like, I don't know what words to say about color. There's only
Mm.
so many objects that have colors, you know? That's why it's
I
always like,
think maybe I've seen clips of this board game on TikTok, and every time I'm like, how in God's green earth does somebody look at a color and be like, oh, this is the color of this other thing? I think my aphantasia would completely prevent me from playing the
yeah,
game,
I don't think you'd
because
be
like
unable to play that
I
game.
can't imagine the color of something very easily. I could play some sort of hypothetical corollary to that game that involves sounds.
I mean,
I
the
can
kind
imagine
of
a
almost
sound.
hypothetical corollary to that game, which I've played, I actually played it with Cole when we were together, was Poetry for Neanderthals, if you've heard of that one.
I have played that game. That
It's
is
so
fun.
fun.
I don't think it's similar to the game that we were talking about previous.
No, I think it is because the idea is to describe a concept using another concept or using a limitation.
Maybe that was a good song. I like that. Lemon. Cathode Ray Tube says lemon.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about for like things you say during.
Yeah.
Oh, look, his face. Can we guess who
Face.
might be? Can we guess who might be featured in this puzzle?
Is that Bob Wolf from the YouTube channel Wolf Den?
I do not get that reference.
Well, you see, there's a guy named Bob Wolf,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a YouTube channel called Wolf Den.
Okay.
He's a white guy with the long brown hair and a beard. Kind of looks like that. He makes videos about like emulation and gaming and Nintendo Switch.
I know
He
Nintendo
also,
Switch.
I'm gonna say like the weirdest possible thing to say about a YouTube channel that you don't know anything about. His ad reads are the best in the business.
No, I mean, I kind of get it because, like, there's a couple of YouTubers that I like that I'm like, oh, you're actually very good at this.
He turns his ad reads into extended skits where he's like
Yeah,
using fancy editing tricks to superimpose many different versions of himself playing different characters doing the skits for the ad reads.
I've seen a couple people, different YouTubers do stuff like that. It's really fun. Being able to make an ad read not only tolerable but enjoyable is a major skill.
Yeah. And it's one that I guarantee he is not being paid enough to exercise. He actually just came out with a video like maybe yesterday about the different emulators that you can run on an iPhone nowadays.
Nice. I might have to watch that.
It's he says it's rather easy to do emulation up to like DS and maybe
Yeah.
some Nintendo 64, but you have to
Mm,
do some hacky shit to do like GameCube
yeah,
or
DS.
PS2.
I haven't found too much success with DS on my phone. Like I have the emulator, but it just doesn't run great on my phone. But I also don't have the strongest phone.
Hmm. I've been getting some bangers.
You're welcome. Oh, I wanted to check because I'm pretty close to probably I'd seen that I was up to. Am I up to 100 yet? Yeah, I've done 150. Okay, I'm almost halfway through.
Epic.
Because the merges in logic are 153, the merges possible are 150. Oh, no, wait, no, sorry. I got confused. I'm not halfway through. I'm nowhere near halfway through. Haha.
No,
I was looking at the wrong thing.
shame.
It's fine. If I don't win this link cable, it's fine. I can also do this off stream.
You could.
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, if you finish the next week, I could just be like, folks, here's the finished puzzle.
Yeah, that works. Oops. I did not mean to click retry. Now it's next. I did play this one. Wintry Winds. About Yellow. Not the Coldplay song
It was
Yellow.
all yellow.
Not that one.
Your skin.
Did I mention last week about how Alex and I are finally rewatching My Little Pony Friendship is Magic?
No, you did not. Okay. That's a choice.
Yeah, it's a great choice. The show's awesome.
I never liked it. I tried to get into it with my friends, and I don't know. Not really my thing, but maybe I would give it a second chance, but I have too many cooking shows and prestige television shows to watch.
Well, I finished watching House MD and I was like, what am I
Yeah.
going to watch on my second monitor now that I'm done with House? I know, My Little Pony.
Yeah, that's a pretty good choice.
But Alex has kind of been confronting me with the fact that I wouldn't say I was a fake fan, but I fell off of Friendship is Magic, like,
It's actually amazing.
Start of season 3.
I'd believe it. I didn't vibe with it right away. And then also my friends kept calling me Derpy Hooves, and I was like, I don't think this feels good, and I don't want to watch more of this show.
Yeah. They renamed Derpy Hooves. I'm pretty sure officially her name is Ditzy Doo or something. I did not watch long enough. They ended up actually including her in having an episode about her because she's the mail mare. She runs the post office.
Friendship
which
is
awesome.
Magic. Yeah, well, that was more of I was the disabled friend, so I got to be Derpy Hooves.
Yeah, that sucks. I have to tell this story now. When I was really into My Little Pony in junior high school, I have this super strong memory of telling my friend that they were going to make an entire episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic all about Derpy Hooves because the fans demanded it. And he was like, no way, is that true? And I'm like, no, April Fools, haha. It was an April Fool's joke because it was April 1st. Then they actually did that later on, and that is when I made the choice to stop watching the show because I was like, this is pandering and I don't like it anymore. But that, the show kept going for a long time after I stopped watching.
Yeah, my friend told me to give episode 1 a shot, and I did, and I thought it was fine, and then I never watched anymore after that. Yeah, it was I had a couple of friends who I would watch it with when I was at their house, half watching, and I'd be like, okay, but I never went out of my way to watch it on my own.
I think that we're still in season 1. It is incredible how much of the brony culture and memes that Alex and I were into at the time came out of season 1. I don't remember the button to refresh my game.
Yes, Cole was doing dishes, so they couldn't say anything, but she said that Poetry Neanderthals was fun. You
It
were
is fun.
very good at it.
Yeah, I believe that.
She was very. I mean, an English degree gets you something in this world, and it's being good at poetry for Neanderthals.
I might have broken the game.
Oh no!
Hmm.
Do you just have
Don't
to
like
close it and
this.
reopen it?
I mean, yeah, but I'm like alt-tabbing and clicking close, and it's not closing.
Well, that sounds like your computer. Oh yes, Jade did clean house. Exclamation point die.
Kill Miku. Kill Miku. I gotta open up Task Manager. I'm so sorry, Miku.
I wish you had like a gun sound effect ready.
I'm sorry,
Also,
Miku.
this song kind of sucks.
Okay.
Right, it's part
Try
of the.
again. Fuck off. Why do you keep doing this to me?
I think you have to put the wheel on this stream layout at this point.
No. No. Okay, now I have access to 3.9 Music, so we're good. I can find new songs. I've got some new stuff that I can play.
I was complaining earlier, but I actually am doing pretty well now. I got almost all of my bird done.
Yeah. I can see that you're making some good progress. Adding the wheel would break everything. I don't trust OBS. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is good, though.
Cool.
It's got good songs.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that I liked the music.
The voice actress for, I want to say, Applejack has a band called Hey Ocean that I'm really into. You should listen to Hey Ocean's album titled Is. It is one of my favorite albums, and when I listen to it, I'm like, wow, this is what it sounds like to be in love.
Sounds like a good recommendation.
I would love to see them in concert and not be one of the weird people that's like, I know about you because you were in My Little Pony. I don't want to be that person.
Even though that's true.
It's true, but I'm not going to make it anyone else's problem.
All right, that's a lot of Miku. Now the issue is going to be very soon is resorting pieces. Cathedral 2 Television asks, about in regards to potentially adding the wheel to our link cable setup. It might be wheelie bad.
Yeah, no, I saw.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you saw. And the joke is that wheelie kind of sounds like really.
Uh-huh.
Just making it just, in case you weren't sure.
No, I got it.
I love you.
Song where Mako breaks it down, freaky style.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. Now this is a freaky style breakdown. I like it. You want to know a fun tidbit from my brony days?
Sure.
There was a big debate in the early days of the fandom about whether the word brony refers to all fans of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic or only the men who were fans of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the brony community, like, writ large, was dudes. But there was a debate on whether female fans in the adult fandom should be called bronies, because are they bros? Or should they be called Pegasisters?
That Pegasister.
Pegasisters. And at the time, I was very invested in the idea that the girls should be called Pegasisters and be proud of that. I did not know at the time, but Cole! Pegasisters damn near killed
the sisters.
God damn it. At the time, I had no clue that perhaps the reason I was so insistent on the term Pegasister is because secretly deep down I wanted to be a Pegasister.
I thought you were going to say secretly deep down you wanted to be pegged.
What the fuck?
I have done like tech for sketch shows previously, and one of my favorite was there was one with a joke about pegging, and I heard like an older member of the audience, presumably somebody's parent, go, "What and what is that?" They're like, "Is this me?" Yeah. Love that introspection. Yeah, getting really ignorant about somebody being non-binary. I'm trying to think. I definitely had stuff like that, but I can't really like pick something out off the top of my head right now.
Actually, I have another story about that. I just remembered.
Did it happen at the Best Buy?
No. This was way before the Best Buy.
I know.
Was the Grink
I'm
there?
being a scutch. Yeah, was the Grink there?
This same period of my life, junior high school, was the period of my life whenever I went to band camp. It wasn't truly band camp. It was music camp at a college in the area. It was music camp because they also had like choirs and a show choir and stuff. The only experience I've ever had with show choir, I loved it.
That makes sense. You're very campy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh my god, thank you. But I remember I'm not sure if this was my first year or my second year at music camp. But this was like a week-long ordeal where we would live in the dorms at the college.
Just a quick aside, I did also have strong feelings about Chichiro, Cole. That was another one. That was one for me.
What?
Talking about in the chat, like, Chichiro from Danganronpa.
Chihiro Fujisaki?
Yeah.
I love Chihiro Fujisaki.
All of the trans people do, baby.
That's my daughter. Condition red. Bleen. Welcome, Bleen. Welcome
you,
to
Bleen.
the most easy to understand visually stream you've ever seen.
Yeah, welcome to a normal stream.
Welcome to a stream that is so easy to parse.
Where everything is happening is so normal and so regular, and yeah. Hi friends. So do you want to show the other view so people can get a sense of what we're actually doing?
Sure.
Hi, new friends. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome to Link Cable. This is Mish.
I need to check up on
That's
chat
Quinn.
for a second. My name's Quinn.
So right now we're both playing two separate games. Quinn is playing Project Diva Megamix, and I am doing a puzzle that I designed myself. And I'm
These thing. Hello?
hello.
Mish, did you die?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I was explaining the show.
You went silent for a little bit.
Oh, I was explaining the show. When did I go silent?
You introduced both of the games and then got quiet.
Oh, well, we're using the archipelago randomizer. So every time that I make a connection, there's a 50% chance of either sending myself more pieces or sending Quinn a new song to play in Project Diva. And every time that Quinn completes a song in Project Diva, it either unlocks another Project Diva song for her or sends me puzzle pieces.
They're connected.
It's so regular. They're so connected. It's as they say in Tetris Effect, it's all connected.
It's all connected, and I'm always saying this.
But the way that we're playing it is that usually we'll play our games so you can see very clearly that we're playing two different games, but against my better wishes, we have set up the screen so far is that my puzzle is green screened out and put over the gameplay of Project Diva.
Listen, no one really needs to watch the Project Diva gameplay. I'm here to provide cool tunes in the background.
Yeah, but you're pretty good at Project Diva.
It's not... I don't think Project Diva is that interesting to watch.
I don't know. I enjoy watching it. Not while I'm making a puzzle, because I'm doing a puzzle, but... I don't know. What does the crowd think? What do the kids think?
The crowd is allowed to vote to... You can say if you want me to change the layout. I'm not married to it, but I do think the green screen, the chroma keyed version is very funny to me.
Miku is literally fighting Godzilla right now.
That's true. That is true. This song is called Gigantic Girl, and that makes me feel normal.
And she sure is.
She's dancing on planets. This is awesome.
I sure hope she is. Well, everything else could be small in theory. But yeah, our show is like so normal and regular.
You're tuned into season 9 of Link Cable right now.
Well, we've been doing this for a couple years. Time.
You can jump in at any time, and we're always very happy to explain the concept.
Because we hang out anyway, but it's like we're just chilling here. The visuals are chaos, but the vibes are chill.
Until they're not.
Until we start yelling at each other.
Because we're friends.
Yeah. We're just two neurodivergent people. We're just two neurodivergent trans people existing on the internet. Trying to make our way in this gosh darn heck of a world.
For all the things that are difficult about being neurodivergent. Oh, they made up. They're friends now. Miku and Godzilla are friends now.
Kiss, 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 kiss.
Yay!
Yay!
See, it's all about peace and love and friendship.
Friendship is magic.
Friendship, I'm saying this, it's magic. And I'm gonna put us back on the funny layout. I'm not spinning the wheel. Cathode Ray Tube Television says, yep, absolutely chill vibes. Nothing could redeem spin the wheel. No. I'm not gonna spin the wheel! You can't make me. I really thought I played this song. I guess not.
Maybe you did, I don't know.
I haven't played it yet. But you know,
I did get a corner piece connected. I am actually really making some solid progress right now.
yeah, I think a lot of your preliminary work is done and you're getting into the meat of the puzzle.
Yes. I've set myself up for success.
This is hard. For all the difficulties there are.
Hi, Hatsune Miku, I love you.
Hatsune Miku, I'm a big fan.
Hatsune Miku, will you do a concert at my house?
Hatsune Miku is playing at my house, my house. Do you know that song?
No. But thank you so much for the raid. We really appreciate it. Have a great night.
Yeah. Stick around. Because Cable 2 is for you.
Yeah. You don't have to stick around right now. You're allowed to go to bed. But, like, you know, stick around generally trademark to the cool stuff that Cable 2 does. I'm so mad I didn't realize I missed Little Guy's birthday stream.
I don't understand Little Guy. Little Guy is strange to me.
I love Little Guy. Great. He's just a little guy. I got to meet in person.
You did get to meet Little Guy in person. Little Guy also sent in a birthday cameo for Little Jimmy, which is some little solidarity, I think. I think we're experiencing connection issues again. I think Mish died. It's just me and Miku now. Miku, my co-host disappeared. Miku, what do I do?
Am I not here? Hello?
There you are. Welcome back.
Hello? Stop telling people I'm dead.
Stop dying then.
I'm trying! I'm sitting next to my router. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I was just raving about how Little Guy was a hoot in person.
You know what? I'll say it. I can't understand a word that Little Guy says.
See, the thing is that I spent a lot of time with Little Jimmy before he got his new microphone, so I'm pretty good at understanding
Little
gibberish.
Jimmy is easy. I understand everything Little Jimmy says, and I agree with everything Little Jimmy says, because he's so smart and wise for being so small. That's okay, Miku. I eat packets sometimes too. Like the silica ones. Those are good.
They tell you not to eat them because you got to keep them off for yourself.
Because they're too good.
No, but Little Guy does have some insightful things to say if you have the ears to listen.
It's like the third time in the past 2 days that I have heard or had the opportunity to say that phrase. My favorite permutation of that phrase that I use all the time is for those dark horses with the will to look up and see. Miracles are everywhere for those dark horses with the will to look up and see. It's because that's a quote from the Jejun Institute.
I gotta rewatch that show at some point.
It's my favorite television show.
I really want to watch... If we want to do a comedy, though, I really want to watch Gemstones with you.
Gemstones?
Gemstones, baby!
I don't know that.
Gemstones is really fun. It's like a family show. It's like a show about a family that runs a mega church.
Oh. You've mentioned this to me before.
Yes, I have. They just finished the final season, so now it is like a complete thing that we can watch.
I like when TV shows are complete.
I know you do. That's why I was waiting.
Wow, it's like you know me. Well, if you know me so well, then what am I gonna eat later?
A pizza, because the universe told you.
Oh my god.
And you told me. Gemstones is so good. Yes, Gemstones is so good. It's so fun. I haven't watched it in a really long time, so I do also just need a refresher myself. So I'm excited to kind of re-explore that show. It was fun to watch Gemstones and Succession around the same time because they were both kind of about the same thing.
Chicago
Chicago
style hot
style
dog
hot
alert.
dog alert. Is this for the new Chicago
style
Pope?
hot dog alert. Chicago style hot dog alert. Chicago style hot dog alert. Shrimp. What the heck is this? I bought it with my own $20. Chicago style hot dog alert in honor of the new Pope being from Chicago. My phone just gave me a notification telling me to go take more estrogen.
Everybody's phone should do that. That should be a feature that comes with every phone.
Yeah. I'm making some significant shakeups to my estrogen regimen.
I am also slightly doing more testosterone, so...
Fuck yes.
Fuck yeah.
It's so awesome being transgender.
I love being transgender.
I went to my trans femme support group last night. And
yes, how was that?
It was really good. They gave me a lot of good advice about some of the issues that I've been having with my hormones, my hormonal transition. Chicago style estrogen alert.
New York style testosterone, Chicago style estrogen.
New York style testosterone. They recommend that until I get on injections, which I will attempt to switch to injections soon, depending on how. So, there's a song called Puzzle.
Yeah, we've done that one. No, wait, didn't we do a song called
one
Jigsaw
called
Puzzle?
Jigsaw Puzzle, which is a different song. Okay, now I get to do the song called Puzzle. That's awesome. Yippee for me. The support group mentioned that until I get on injections, I should try spacing out the pills instead of just taking them morning and night. So I set up some reminders on my phone.
Got my pro-girl pills, my anti-boy pills, and my pro-girl pills.
I know exactly what you mean. I went off of my progesterone. I don't need it anymore. Doesn't do shit for me. And I'm not, okay? Everyone tells me to boof it. I'm not boofing it. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. I don't want to.
Yeah, I take a very low dose of testosterone, and I've been taking it on and off for multiple years. It's great. I just goop up when I feel like it.
I also goop up when I feel like it, but that's not relevant to my hormones. I'm hearing things from across the room. I think Vector's waking up, but I thought there was someone like outside my door for a second. I got scared.
Also, yeah, I don't know. That's strange that they don't offer progesterone in the UK. I
Hmm.
realized I've been doing a lot of I need to get the fucking extension where I see people's pronouns because I always they them everybody in chat, even though I know their pronouns outside of chat. My brain does that and I know that's not good and I need to get the pronoun thing on.
I find pronoun to be DB, the extension, to be kind of flaky on Twitch for some reason. And also, I can't use it on the OBS built-in browser that I use to watch chat while streaming, so...
All right, everybody, just yell your pronouns every time you say something. Sign all of your messages with your name and your pronouns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also just usually use like the built-in Twitch chat because it's like easier on my computer to just like not have a program open. They she. I use they she. Thank you for
Yes,
fighting
that's
me.
exactly what I want.
No, that sucks.
I hate those fucking 3-note chords. I can't read them ever.
Come on, let me hear that beautiful sound. Yeah.
Ka-chink.
Fuck. These were not the pieces I was hoping for.
What? Why did it put me back at the top of the list? No. I was down there at Rinchen now. Rocky. Sakura no Ame. Secret Police. Run Graffiti. Play that one. Sing and Smile. Play that one. Snowman. Did that one. I did this. I did this. Starduster. Yes. Stay With Me. I have not done. Another Mako song, but this one's like Christmassy. You want a Christmas song?
Sure, never too early.
Cole says, "Hi,
Or too late.
Shive, long-time watcher, first-time caller. Do I really have to say this whole preamble every time?" Yep, every single time. Thank you for calling. I want to put...
There we go. What is this? That's Miku. That's Miku flesh. Got a
Okay,
good piece of Miku flesh.
that's a weird thing to say.
Yeah. You'll understand one day.
I want to put, like, on the end card, a thing that says, "Thank you for calling." Look at that cloth physics on Mako's skirt. So impressive. I'm not spinning the wheel!
Ooh, I just got a whole bunch of pieces. Yeah, that's a good
Got the
one.
RayTube television. They, she, hello. I've been on HRT for... I can't read it now because now I have to play the game.
Oh, I'll read it. I've been in HRT for almost a year, and I like to spin wheels. Yeah, I think it's a side effect of HRT that they don't really talk about.
I mean, I was on HRT for 6 years and then I started my wheel show. If any of the Raiders are still around,
I don't think they are.
just in case.
If you
you have
are,
so little faith in our show that you think the people
I
that
don't
came
know.
for the raid didn't watch.
If you are, I love you, moi moi moi. I very rarely stay for shows that raid. And it's not anything against the shows. If a stream is over, sometimes I'm done watching a stream.
If anyone is here from the raid, I have a secondary show that I do sometimes during the link cable time slot called Wheel of Fan Games that I set up that redeem for so that chat could force me to spin the wheel and play a different game at any time. But Cathode Ray Tube Television over here likes to redeem it when we're doing link cable and I don't even have access to the wheel.
I feel like they're probably
likes to spin the wheel entirely because it pisses me off.
Cole, you can stop. Yeah. They said they're an agent of chaos, and they are correct.
Yeah, that's accurate. Damn. What the fuck? It just got really hard just for a second.
Wanted to make sure you were still awake. Keep you on your toes.
I'm not trying to be awake. I'm trying to be entranced. I'm trying to be in the zone. Like the zone from Tetris Effect Connected.
Yeah. I was playing the drums the other day and I got the rhythm and I was like feeling the rhythm and my instructor was like, I saw you. Like I saw you feel the rhythm.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other I misspoke earlier when I said that I purchased Tetris Effect Connected twice over. That was a lie. I purchased it 3 times over because I also bought it at full price on the Oculus Quest store. So
take that, liberals. Oh, look,
take
it's
that,
your
liberals.
face.
My face. I look like that. Get those other puzzle pieces off of on top of my face.
Moving them.
I want to see. Let me see.
Let me see my face.
Let me see. Pronoun. I'm pretty pro nouns.
I was about to say I'm a little more pro adjective.
I almost said that I'm proverb. I'm proverb. Do you think... Jesus, this is hard. Do you think that that's like a genre of Facebook post that people are making? Kids these days with their pronouns, they should be learning about proverbs.
Proverbs. Not one that I've seen, but that does seem like something. I'm in 2 different groups that would potentially cover that topic. I'm in a group called Show This to Jim. Whoa, what was that?
Thank you for subscribing with Prime.
Thank you, United Squids. I'd never heard that sound before. Hey, I lost what was I talking about?
You were talking about the Facebook groups that you're in.
Oh yeah, I'm in a group called Show This to Jim Haha, where people like actually like document Facebook nonsense of old people in the wild, and then I'm in the group where we pretend to be boomers. Where people will just post shit like that.
If this song that I'm playing wasn't so hard, I would do my little speech about subscribing to Cable 2. But
It's
this
so
chart is very difficult.
Here, I'll do it. I'm not going to do the full thing as good as Quinn would, but I will tell you that it is really awesome and impactful and allows us to continue to make the stuff that we do. Everybody who does this because they love it.
Don't tell me to spin the wheel!
And we're always so grateful for any support that people can provide, but our greatest, in my opinion, one of my greatest priorities is ensuring that our content is accessible for all. So we don't usually push for people to subscribe or ring the bell, because we're just here to hang out, and we are excited to welcome you into the space, and happy that you're here. But we're not here to push you to make any financial decisions, but we are here to thank you when you make them. So
I will
thank
push
you,
you to
United
ring the
Squids.
bell, to follow and ring the bell, but I will not push you to subscribe. I will simply thank you profusely.
Yes.
That was a pretty good speech. It didn't cover any of the things that I usually cover in my speech, though.
Well, that's because it was my speech and not your speech. I wasn't making your speech. I was making my speech.
Okay, that's not what you said at the start.
Well, I changed my mind halfway through. I have the ability, and yeah, I guess I have to
I'm
re-download
clicking
it.
start streaming again.
Okay.
For some reason, you have disappeared.
That's
Let me see if I
okay.
can
I think
fix
it, but I
you.
think it worked. I think it worked.
Are we live again?
Yeah, we're live again.
Okay. Well, I put us on the conversation screen, but I'm visible and
But
you're
I'm
invisible.
woo. Wait, do you have the old picture of me, like the old JPEG of the bird?
Let me. No. I
That's
got
okay.
rid of it. Let me try and put it back on screen and see if it works. It does not work. Everything's broken.
I don't know why I'm not here, but can the chat hear me?
You should be able to hear you. I can't read chat either. The chat's busted. So listen, chat.
Yeah, they can hear us.
My computer's graphics drivers crashed so hard that it broke video encoding.
It was too good. You were too good at
I was
Hatsune
locked
Miku.
in. I was really going at that song.
You were having some fun with Miku, and it was just too much fun with Miku.
It was too much fun, and now it banished Mish, so Mish is invisible.
That's
and
fine.
Everything broke. This is the end of the stream. I'm sorry.
Let's watch a YouTube video. What are we watching?
I can't.
You can't. What if I share my Discord? What if I share my stream?
I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll work.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Listen, folks. Thank you for tuning into Link Cable. It was fun until everything broke. And you should stay tuned in case Shiv does the long haul tonight. Shiv is scheduled for the long haul at 11 o'clock cable time. And you should make sure that you're followed and click the bell so that you can get notifications when any one of us streams, because Cable 2 is not just Link Cable. It is also Happy Lab Accidents. It is also FMV, the Forbidden Mystery Vault. It is also Warp Zone. It is also many other shows with many other hosts. And you can go to cable2.net, maybe take a look at our schedule, learn about us, and thank you very much. We love you. I encourage you to form a parasocial relationship with me.
But not with me.
But not with Mish. So, thanks everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.